back again to another video. If you are new in this channel, this is Queen Sharon Entertainment and home of freedom fighters. If you haven't joined our family yet, join us by hitting the red button down below on the bell notification icon, so whenever we have a new video in this same channel, you will get notified. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I love you all. So my people, I have a video here that I want you all to watch, and I myself will be watching with you in this particular video. Feel free to let me know what you think about the video after watching on the comment section below. Like and share this video, and I will see you again.
I want to now shock Biafrans. Let me tell you, let me shock you now. Those of you that still putting your voice behind the so-called the criminals in the DOS that we have expelled, those of you who still follow them on social media, do you know what you are doing? Let me tell you how you are going to end. You are going to end like Uwazuruike. All of you. All of you will end like Uwazuruike. There are a lot of people in Mosob today that really want Biafra, but they have not seen road yet. And I pray that they see road and join forces with genuine Biafrans to make Biafra come. But let me tell you, some of you will end like Uwazuruike. I will not say some of you will end like Mosob, because Mosob is a group of people, just like, you know, Mosob is different from being IPO. IPOB is like the entire Biafra, but Mosob is a group of people who want to actualize Biafra, the movement for the actualization of Biafra, sovereign state of Biafra. So it is different from the indigenous people of Biafra as a nation. Now, you are going to end like Uwazuruike. Let me tell you the history. Let me tell you the history, how Uwazuruike ended. Do you know that during the Anambra, I am going to tell you something that is deep today. That is why, you know, God is with us, because anything we say comes from Sh0cking. Let me tell you something that is very deep. Do you remember during the Anambra State governorship election campaign, do you remember that a man called Andy Uba was boasting how he ended Mosob agitation? How many of you remember? Andy Uba was boasting that he ended Mosob. He said he ended Uwazuruike. How many of you remember? You remember? Let me tell you how they did it. Let me tell you how they ended Mosob and how they ended Uwazuruike. And that is exactly what they want to do to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And they have succeeded in getting the criminals. But the only thing that is different here, how they have failed, is that you have the autopilot, which Simon Ekpa is part of. No amount of money and threat can change us. No amount of intimidation can move us. So let me tell you how they, you know, what they want to do to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you know, now is what I'm about to tell you. Soludo is going to do it. Now, what Andy Uba did is the same template. What Andy Uba did to Uwazuruike is the same template that the Fulani asked Soludo to come to do. This particular governorship you see that Soludo was given today is not to rule Anambra State. It's not to rule Anambra State. And Soludo was too naive. You know, I wouldn't say was. He is still very naive. He don't even want to hide it. He was too open. He was too, you know, open and was fronting himself and doing this thing without knowing that there are smart people in this movement. This is not like before, where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu surrounded himself with all these criminals. And of course, you wouldn't blame him, because those are the people that jump out immediately. Akorekwe Biafra. Immediately, the Akorekwe Biafra, everybody, some of them have nothing doing. They jump up and seek career in the movement. And that's why if anybody come close to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they poison him. They poison her. They were giving poison to people anyhow. And they cake poison na Biafra land. and poison. They were poisoning everybody. Like you can see some of them bragging today, how they are going to poison some people in Europe. Some of them even say they are going to carry a tapia in their pocket and be going from one country to another to be poisoning people who they believe have come to end their career. This is not a joke. If you want to look at those, if anybody should accuse anybody of, spilling the blood of Biafrans, it should be the criminals who were expelled in IPOB. They said it. They brag on social media. They brag on radio. They brag on television how they are going to plug people's tongue. Some of them even bring knife on television. You saw them on live broadcast. They brought knife how they are going to cut somebody's neck. Some of them say they are going to behead some people's neck in Europe. All these things are evidences against the criminals in the US because these are their boys. So you can imagine where they are, and they are threatening people on social media, and the videos are there. You can imagine what they are doing back home in Biafra land. So all those people that are eating human beings, they are coming from the criminals in the US, all those cannibals. Now, let me also inform you how this Uwazuruike agitation ended. Andy Uba came during the election campaign and said when Uwazuruike was doing his own team, Andy Uba went to Uwazuruike, that he was the one who freed all the Mossab members that was arrested. He went to prison to free them. He was telling the story how he ended Mossab. Andy Uba went further to say that before he went to Ralph Uwazuruike to prison, he made sure that he have convinced all the commanders. He went and take all the commanders of Ralph Uwazuruike with him, and they went to prison. He told Ralph Uwazuruike, you see, your commanders are with me. Ralph Uwazuruike was explaining. If you watch it, I made a exposition. My own is that if I do something 20 years ago, it is in my brain already. My brain is like that. I register it. Anytime I want to bring it, I bring it out. So some of you may have forgotten the program I made during that election, but now you are remembering because I'm reminding you. Uwazuruike opened his mouth during the Anambra campaign, Anambra election. He said, I was in the prison and Uba came to me with my own commanders. I looked at him. What else can I do? If this man have succeeded to convince my own commanders and brought them and they followed him to the prison, who am I? I gave up. Did you all watch the video? Did you watch the video, the confession of Uwazuruike? Uwazuruike said what Andy Uba told Biafrans during the campaign. Andy Uba said that on BBC Igbo interview. He said, he responded. He said, what Andy Uba told you is truth. That this man has capacity. That this man can do this. That this man can do that. That this man released his people. That this man did that. That how he did it, he don't know. That Andy Uba came to prison with his own commanders. He looked at him and said, how did you manage to convince my commanders? That if you can convince my commanders, that means I am gone. So I agree. That was the end of Uwazuruike. That was the end of Uwazuruike's Biafra. So Andy Uba began to teach Uwazuruike how to collect money and make a living and make career out of Biafra struggle. So Uwazuruike came out from prison. He became what you see today. Now, the same thing they want to do to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They have succeeded in gathering the criminals in the DOS that we have expelled. Now they are going to be telling you, like you see, they are the one now accusing me of being Omnongo men. They said the DOS already. We have expelled them. I don't want to be mentioning their name. Okay. They are the one already accusing me, accusing other Biafrans that are in the right track of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They say you are all criminals. They say all the killings in Biafra land, you are the one doing it. They now begin to even exclude the killers. They exonerate the killers. They say DSS is not the one killing. Fulani is not the one killing. It is now Simon Ekpa. It is now the autopilot. They even call us criminal gangs. They even, so Soludo have succeeded to get those criminals in the DOS. But the mistake of Soludo and why Soludo will not succeed is you have genuine Biafrans in autopilot. That did not happen during Uwazuruike's own. Uwazuruike did not have that, didn't build that solid movement that you will have somebody or splinter group, if as you may call it, to take up from where Uwazuruike stopped while he was in prison. So Uwazuruike didn't have that. Now, they have succeeded. So now the message you'll be hearing from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be hearing in prison now, or in DSS dungeon now, is that the politicians are working with the DOS. Soludo is now working with the criminals in DOS. They are doing well. It is Simon Ekpa is the problem now. Simon Ekpa is the only one having problem. He is now gingering boys. He is not gingering everybody. So Simon Ekpa is the only person creating problem. Nelly Ofebu is creating problem. These are the people that are creating problem. That is what I will be telling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now in DSS dungeon. Now, if this actually is truth, like what I have just explained to you now, it means that had it been that autopilot, they call us autopilot, we accepted. Okay? Had it been that autopilot did not come out, my brother, what you see in Uwazuruike, you are going to see it in IPOB. I am telling you, because it is the same template they are using. If what I am saying makes sense by tomorrow, or if it didn't make sense to you, by tomorrow I will still come with a better, with a video to back up what I have just said now. A video of Andy Uba where he was explaining how he got to Uwazuruike. And the video of Uwazuruike confessing that Andy Uba came to prison with his commanders. And he has not. So if you have captured my commanders and convinced my commanders, what else can I do? Uwazuruike gave up. That was how Uwazuruike gave up Biafra. So my people, forget what this Soludo is doing. Soludo is, is here to stop Biafra, to stop agitation, and it will not happen. We are going to tell him that the spirit of 5 million people that died and are yearning for freedom are.
Thank you so much for watching that particular video. Feel free to let me know what you think about it on the comment section below. Like and share this video, and I will see you again in my next one. Bye.